Good morning. It's Saturday, July 19, 2008. I'm Dwight Schmuck. This is today's Schmuck Look. First off, Dave Coyle 1 and Jazz Trio 2008. Thank you so very much for subscribing, and please forgive me for not writing to you, but I've been really busy the last 3 days. It's just been one of those things. Today I'm posting a video response to Buddy 1951's thing about boycotting McDonald's because they support homosexual marriage. I was going to talk about, John McCain being confused over women's contraception versus Viagra. I was thinking about talking about Karl Rove being in contempt of Congress. And, yeah, he should go to jail for that. I mean, hey, if you or I don't show up when we're subpoenaed, we go to jail. What the heck? So he's an ex-government official or something. Big deal. But, as I said, I'm going to talk about this. I'm posting a video response to Buddy 1951's video on boycotting McDonald's because of their stand on homosexuality. Now, the people out in front of the alleged headquarters of McDonald's, I'm sure they're nice people. Misguided, probably very nice. The guy pointed out a 83-year-old woman with her walker standing there in support of this boycott. He went on and droned about lesbian, gay, Chamber of Commerce or some such thing being a political organization. They're all political organizations, even regular chambers of commerce, because what they do is try to get laws passed that enable their businesses, their members, to prosper more. Nothing wrong with it. It's when the process itself is subverted because they are prosperous enough already. But just think, if you and I have an extra dime at the end of the year, well, we did a bad thing by not spending it. I digress. The guy then talked about how this is going to destroy traditional marriage. Bingo! That's what caught my attention. Bubba. Traditional marriage meant you had a whole lot of wives and a few concubines. The average guy died by the time he hit his mid-30s. From exhaustion, I suspect. Now, it was done this way because so many women died in childbirth. There were cultures, however, where women had multiple husbands. It's called polygamy. A new word for you. Yes. How about it? There were also cultures where there was an older man who taught the new young girl how to please her man. There would also be an older woman who would teach the new boys what to do. Now, you could tell these two because they were always smiling. You get that. Okay. And as far as the older woman and the young boys, sure, they were quick, but they were ready again in minutes. So, of course, she was smiling. Come on. I mean, the batteries don't wear out when you're 15 and 16. And seeing how like I said, the average guy, by the time he's 30, 35, he's pretty much kaput. Well, you start young. Get them before they grow teeth, Granny. That's a good girl. So it's not going to destroy traditional marriage, because there is no such thing as traditional marriage. You then went on to say about how the perception is that you hate gays and lesbians, etc., etc., and that you didn't hate anybody. You took a voice vote, and nobody there hated anybody. Of course you don't hate anybody. You love everybody. It's just that you're scared of some people, because that's what it is. Hate is just a byproduct of fear. You're scared of these people. And I'm going to ask you, as I have in my book here, A Schmuck's Eye View, by me, Dwight Schmuck, Get it on Amazon.com, PDBookstore.com. Yes. And for groups like you, I hope you buy up dozens and dozens of copies and burn them. First of all, I could use publicity. Second, I could use the royalties. So go for it, guys. But as I say in here, at this coming November, my wife and I will be married for 26 years. How does it affect my marriage at all when two people I don't know, in a place that I've probably never been, probably never will be, how does it hurt us if they get married? Doesn't that sanction apply equally? Of course it does. It's not about homosexuality, heterosexuality. It's about humanity. What the hell? Besides, everybody deserves the right to build their own prisons. And if you think about it, hey, I'm perfectly happy 25 and a half years with this wife, but she is my third, once for love, once for money, once for revenge. But everybody has the right to build their own prison. And that's the bottom line here. Get over it. We're talking about people who love each other, who care for each other. If they live together or they have a piece of paper, what difference does it possibly make? And there you go. Peace, folks. I'm Dwight Schmuck. That's today's Schmuck Look. Bye-bye.